Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Greg. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the full moon that we're going to be having this Saturday, May 18th. And this is going to be in the sign of Scorpio. But it's not going to be in the sign of Scorpio until that Saturday. And around 2:11 p.m. Pacific time is when it's going to be entering the sign of Scorpio. So the night before, in Thunder Wizard tradition, that's usually when he talks about that's a good night to do ritual because the moon is still ascending in the sky, so it's still gathering energy, so it's more powerful. So the night before it's going to be in the sign of Libra, so that's still a good night to do some ritual. You can be doing like the elf ritual or your usual mantra if you have one, mantra rituals, a moon ritual, any kind of deep meditation, qigong, stuff like that. So there's going to be a certain kind of energy that's going on though on that Saturday. The first thing that's going to be going on is what we have is it's called a seasonal blue moon, and that is when there is four full moons in one season. So usually there's only 3 full moons in a season. But this spring, we're having 4 of them. And this is going to be the 3rd one of spring. So I'm not sure if there's any importance to that 4th full moon. I didn't have time right now to do some research. But when that one comes up, I'll check it out. See if there's something going on. But it seems like it would be something kind of special. And there's also what's called the calendrical blue moon. And that's when you have 2 full moons happen in 1 month. That's more rare. But this one that's going on is a seasonal blue moon. So yeah, it's going to be happening this Saturday. And so what, Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio. Oh, by the way, if anybody's interested in getting a Thunder Astrology reading, just go to greg.thunderwizard.com, or I'll leave the link on the bottom too. And yeah, so the sign of Scorpio. So if you don't know about Scorpio, or I'm sure you probably do, Scorpio is like the most intense, the most sensitive of the signs in astrology. It's ruled by the planet Mars, so this is that warrior kind of energy, and it's a water sign, so it's very emotionally sensitive. The Scorpio ascendants, they're known to be the ones that are ready to defeat their enemies, by any means, however they got to do it. They really want to go out there and accomplish and defeat and crush them, and they got the sign of Aries in the 6th house too, which is ruled by Mars too, and the 6th house is about your enemies, and that energy of Mars is like really intense in them, so there's you just want to them, and also this day of the full moon, the blue moon, it has that energy of Mars is going to be coming out, and it's already attached to those emotions, and the moon is the emotions too. So there's going to be that intense warrior energy coming into the emotions of us as individuals. We're going to feel it. So there's that intense sensitivity that's going to be going on, and Scorpio is all about going deep into the unconscious. It represents that 8th house too, which is the unconscious. It is a house of life and death, and unraveling the mysteries of life and death. It has to do with the occult. It has to do with going deep inside and finding the darkness and the light within yourself and in the outer world. It's really wanting to know about what's up with government conspiracies. It really wants to dive deep into whatever subject. The Scorpios have spouses. They want to get to know them on a emotional level, really deep. Right away. They want to know what makes you tick and talk, and what makes me tick and talk, and how can we work this out. They really want to get into the real meat and bones of who people are, and so that Scorpio energy is also. It's gonna be in the sign of Scorpio on Saturday. Did I say that already? 2:11, yeah, p.m. Pacific. So it's gonna be in the 4th house though. It's gonna be in that 4th house, and the 4th house is ruled by Cancer, which is the moon. So that's a comfortable place for the moon to be in. And the fourth house really represents the home, the comforts of the home. It also kind of represents things that give you comfort in life, period. Like your car can be represented by the fourth house. Things that make you feel comfortable, your refrigerator, stuff like that. But it really represents the home. So we're talking about the moon here being in that sign. So it's a good night to be at home, I mean, you don't gotta be, but it's a good night to really go and be at home, do some ritual. I was going to say, yeah, to the moon, do a ritual to the moon. You can do it on that night of the full moon too. The energy it's not gathering the energy, but it's still really, it's peaked with its power. So that energy is still out there emanating to us, and we can still use it on that night of the full moon. It's going to be really intense. And it's in that sign of Scorpio too, so that's really that intense kind of energy. It's going to be in the early degrees also of Scorpio. So that's really it's in that phase of having a lot of energy, but not having much like knowledge, you can say, kind of like it's in that teenager kind of energy where it's really got a lot of energy, but it's not responsible. So this just translates with the moon as being like real sensitive. It's a lot of sensitive kind of energy. We'll be feeling a lot of those high vibrations. And then with the Scorpio too, Scorpio is just intensifying that even more. But it's Scorpio's going to be the assister of helping us dive into our unconscious. You're really going into some really good deep meditation too is a really good thing. Also, what's going to be happening is Jupiter too is going to be in that fourth house with the moon. Jupiter is going to be retrograde also. Jupiter is going to be in the late degrees of that fourth house. He's getting ready to exit out of it. So Jupiter is really, it represents wisdom, spiritual wisdom. So in this case, it's going to be getting to know ourselves, going deep inside of ourselves, finding the darkness and understanding the darkness, being at home, taking time to really get to know us. And since it's in those late degrees, Jupiter is really giving that patience. It's giving that support. It's the old wise guy, the old wise spiritual leader that's really helping us, giving us that support, sees that we're being sensitive, we're feeling too much anxiety or something, but that Jupiter energy is there to support. And it's really telling you, chill, take your time, breathe deep, go in there, find who you are, uncover things about yourself, or put out that good intention to the universe about really wanting to know yourself and really wanting to go out and do the things you really want to do. Jupiter is there supporting, giving that confidence, helping you to trust in the universe, and really not being afraid of feeling that sensitivity that's going on, about diving deep into the waters of emotion, which is what Scorpio is all about. And it's also, Scorpio is going to be in the nakshatra of Anuradha. And that nakshatra is all about balance and harmony. It's in relationships. And, it is about balancing things. It's like the kind of the energy that unites the old and the young, the authority. I was going to say like the police and citizens. It brings people together that are on opposite ends of belief systems or things like that. And it brings things in harmony. So we're talking about Scorpio here too. So this is like uniting unconscious with conscious mind, bringing them all together. We could even say all three, higher consciousness, middle consciousness, lower unconscious. It's bringing all of these consciousnesses together within ourselves and helping us align ourselves, helping us to understand ourselves, helping to have that energy flow through us nice and harmoniously. And also that Anuradha really represents the destroyer of enemies, because really it brings people together, it brings that positive energy, that where it unites people, that where it can, let's say, pacify enemies, but bring people together where they're not enemies no more. Everybody's cool. So this has to do with the selves within us, aligning, becoming cool within ourselves. So that's what's going on there. That nakshatra is known as the bridge between opposing sides. So that's what's going to be going on with that full moon. Again, if anybody wants a Thunder Astrology reading, go to greg.thunderwizard.com. I'll leave the link on the bottom. And enjoy the night. Peace.